I still remember the cold sting in my mother's voice when she said, "You're wasting your life on that foolishness." It wasn't just a casual remark. It was a dagger, a declaration that everything I loved, everything I dreamed of, was nothing but an embarrassing joke to them. I just told my family I wanted to invent a new kind of music, silent music, a way to experience sound without hearing it. And they laughed. Not just chuckled, but mocked, ridiculed, and dismissed me as a lost cause. They said I was deaf. I'd never succeed, but I was a disgrace to the family. And yet, here I am, years later, standing on a hill that overlooks a sprawling land I once saw as barren, now transformed into a lush, vibrant sanctuary. My name is Marcus. I am a deaf conductor, an innovator, a pioneer of silent music technology. And I am finally home to show them what their doubt and disdain could never have foreseen. It started with a tragedy, sudden deafness that robbed me of the world's sound. I was a conductor, a musician with a gift for feeling the music's pulse, the rhythm that lives beyond words. When I lost my hearing, I thought my life was over, my career, my passion gone. My family's words echoed in my mind. "You'll never succeed now. You're an embarrassment." But I refused to surrender. Instead, I poured myself into understanding sound differently. I envisioned a universe where music wasn't just heard, but felt, vibrated, experienced through touch and sight. I dedicated every waking moment to developing silent music composition technology, devices that could translate sound into visual patterns, into physical vibrations you could feel with your skin. The ridicule was deafening at first. Bizarre, they called it. A waste of time, they sneered. My family said I was chasing illusions, that I was a fool, that I'd never make it, that I was a deaf, broken man trying to reinvent music when everyone knew it was impossible. But I didn't listen. I knew deep down that I was onto something transformative. I worked tirelessly in my lab, often isolated, often mocked by colleagues and critics alike. Every setback was a punch to the gut, every failure a reminder of how much they doubted me. But I kept going, because I believed in the impossible. Years passed. Slowly, my technology took shape. I built devices that could translate melodies into intricate visual symphonies, patterns of light, vibration, and color. I created immersive experiences where people could see music, hear it with their eyes, feel it with their skin. I introduced these innovations into communities devastated by environmental decay, blighted lands, barren fields, dying ecosystems. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, the land began to change. Scientists and environmentalists skeptically watched as I used my silent symphonies to stimulate growth, to inspire life where there was none. Vibrations rooted in music's purest essence, emotion, rhythm, harmony, began to breathe new life into the soil. Trees sprouted, rivers flowed clearer, animals returned. My silent music became an agent of renewal, a catalyst for rebirth, and the world responded. My work gained recognition. Awards, headlines, global initiatives, all built on the foundation of silent, visual, vibrational music. I became a pioneer, a trailblazer, someone they'd once mocked as a fool. I proved that failure was merely a step toward mastery, that doubt was fuel for innovation, that even deafness could give rise to a new kind of harmony. And so I decided it was time to return, not just to my old city, but to the place where everything began, my family's land. I built a sanctuary here, a testament to resilience. Today I stand on a hill overlooking a landscape transformed. Where once there was dust and despair, there is now a tapestry of green, life thriving in every corner. I brought my silent symphonies here, not just for the world, but for them, to show them the truth of what I've become. They didn't know I was coming. My family, the same people who once told me I'd fail, stood in front of me. My parents, my siblings, their eyes wide with disbelief. I could see the shock and confusion, the remnants of their old judgments. But I was calm, because I knew this moment was not about vengeance. It was about truth. I stepped forward, my devices glowing softly in my hands. "This is what I've created," I said, voice steady but filled with quiet strength. "This is what I am now." I activated the devices, and suddenly the air around us shimmered with colors and vibrations. Visual patterns danced in the sunlight. The ground trembled gently with the vibrations I had programmed. I reached out, touching the vibrations, feeling the life I'd helped restore. Their faces were mesmerized, but more than that, transformed. My sister's eyes welled with tears. My father's jaw tightened, then loosened as he looked at what I'd built. For the first time, their mockery dissolved into awe. "You doubted me," I finally said, voice thick with emotion. "You told me I was broken, that I was a failure, but I never let that define me. I used that doubt, that pain, as fuel. Look what I've built. Not just a new kind of music, but a new way to heal the world, to bring life where there was only despair." They looked at each other, silent. The weight of their past judgments pressed upon them, but it was replaced with something else. Respect, perhaps a glimmer of understanding. I saw it in their eyes, the realization that they had underestimated the strength of a spirit unbroken by silence. And in that moment, I understood something profound. Success is not about hearing the applause or the accolades. It's about transforming pain into purpose, doubt into determination, failure into a foundation for greatness. I turned to face the horizon, feeling the vibrations of my silent symphony pulse beneath my fingertips. I had been dismissed, mocked, labeled broken. But I had become a pioneer, not despite my deafness, because of it. My journey proved that even in silence, there is a symphony waiting to be discovered, a harmony that transcends noise. And I knew with unwavering certainty that I had finally found my true voice, not in sound, but in the silent, vibrant heartbeat of the world I helped revive. Because sometimes the greatest triumphs come from those who are told they can't.